Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Wednesday, April 23rd spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Audra Charles is ambushed and Billy Abbott will go too far. Let's talk about what's happening in Genoa City since Nate Hastings will also reveal some significant information. Billy will first somehow cross the line. Could Sally Spectra's recommendation to fire Phyllis Summers have something to do with Billy going too far to establish a point, as fans will see? Billy may conclude that Sally is correct about him being too kind, even if he chooses not to fire Phyllis from Abbott Communications. Since Daniel Romalotti Jr. doesn't want to work for the company anyhow, Billy might tell Phyllis to stop talking about him. Billy may become more stern with Phyllis as a result of the need to get down to business. It's possible that Phyllis will resign before Billy has a chance if he threatens to fire her. However, given that he has a meeting with Aristotle Dumas, Billy may have another argument to make. Billy will eventually make a daring action that, if he isn't careful, could get him into some problems. It appears that Holden Novak will surprise Audra and engage in some additional flirtation. Holden will continue to try to get closer to Audra by surprising her, so he might find out about her new job and ask her about it. Naturally, Audra won't want to reveal too much, but Holden might foresee that her choice to work for Victor Newman will cause her relationship with Nate to fall apart. Despite the fact that Audra is playing with fire, she will aim to conceal Victor's real goal from Nate. The stakes will be extremely high because Nate will not tolerate Audra pursuing the romance between Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman. After Amy Lewis's therapy in Chicago, Nate will disclose some crucial information from her physician. Hopefully, Amy and Damian Kane will receive some encouraging news regarding Amy's life extension. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Nate will share what he has discovered. Watch to see how Damian and Amy respond. According to previews on The Young and the Restless, Victoria Newman might utter 8 words of horror following the revelation of Victor Newman's Audra Charles scheme. Victor is obviously going too far, something that many members of the Newman family will not be happy about. It appears that Claire Newman will grant Kyle Abbott's request to move in during the week of April 21st to 25th since she is falling for him. Living together is one of the many plans Kyle and Claire will make for their future together. Victoria will attempt to be supportive in the end, despite her worries about Claire's romance moving too quickly and Victor's potential attempts to break it up. It is possible that Victoria will speak with Victor again and ask him to just back off. But Victor doesn't believe Kyle is suitable for Claire, and that won't be changing anytime soon. Victor will rely on Audra to make this relationship a complete disaster because Claire's choice to live with Kyle will only make matters worse. When Audra arrived at the Newman ranch to meet with Victor, Victoria became suspicious. Victoria might worry more and more about the nature of the agreement Audra and Victor made as this plot develops. If Audra does her magic and puts Kyle in a controversial situation, Victoria will have no trouble figuring out what happened. Victoria will undoubtedly blame Victor for rehiring Audra in an attempt to destroy Kyle and Claire's happiness. Given that Victor promised Claire he wouldn't purposefully ruin their relationship, Victoria will undoubtedly lose it. Victoria will gripe about Victor's major breach of promise and the suffering he is attempting to inflict on Claire. Victoria would undoubtedly disagree with Victor's severe tactics, even if he will believe that they were necessary to safeguard Claire. Victoria might lash out at Victor at some time and use the 8 outraged words we discussed. "How dare you do this to my daughter?" Victoria will be upset with her father, and Nikki Newman will be equally incensed over Victor's plan, so this kind of stuff might lead to some serious family strife. There will be a lot more family drama still to unfold because Claire will also be upset with Victor. If Claire is unable to forgive Victor, Victoria might foresee that he will pay a heavy price. Stay tuned for updates on the awful news that will soon be revealed to Claire as a result of Victor's continued belief that he knows best, according to spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Spoilers for the next week of April 21st to 25th on The Young and the Restless point to some intriguing developments. Read below to find out more about some casting news that will occur over the next 5 days, as Genoa City may be a revolving door where characters come and depart before returning. Cole Howard is back. The Restless and The Young according to spoilers for the week of April 21st to 25th. On Thursday, April 24th, Eddie Peck will play Cole Howard again. Fans can anticipate seeing Cole catch up with his love interest, Victoria Newman, and their daughter, Claire Newman, as it has been a while since he was in GC. In his current position, Cole has been traveling a lot for Newman, so it will be good to see him back on the canvas this week. Until we meet again, Abbott gals. In other news, Ashley Abbott and Tracy Abbott are currently officially off canvas. Following the Martin Laurent revelation last week, the two women made the decision to travel to New York. Although supporters are sad to see them go, they know that they will eventually come home. Player notes that recur finally, the week of April 21st to 25th will witness the appearance of certain recurring characters that fans don't see as frequently as they would like. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Amy Lewis will return to the screen in her role as Amy Lewis. Nate Hastings will provide Amy with a medical update, and her son Damian Kane will accompany her. All of this occurs during the show on Wednesday, April 23rd. Additionally, Tessa Porter will be featured in the show on Tuesday, April 22nd. In an intriguing development, fans might anticipate seeing her in scenes alongside Daniel Romalotti, her friend. According to spoilers and updates for The Young and the Restless, 4 dishonest people are about to be revealed. Their deceit will cause family strife and marital problems. Let's examine which dishonest individuals will be apprehended and the changes they will experience in their lives. First deceiver, Audra Charles. Audra Kyle Abbott's friendship with Claire Newman will be in jeopardy because Charles has decided to accept Victor Newman's proposal. This choice will inevitably lead to pandemonium. Although Audra is making an effort to convince herself that she can handle the situation, her arrangement with Victor is probably going to cause problems. She runs the danger of causing Nate Hastings mental distress by lying to him about the true motivations for this arrangement and the dubious activities she intends to undertake. Nate will soon learn the truth about Audra's involvement once she carries out this questionable plan. Nate may come to the conclusion that Audra is not the proper person for him in light of the deceit and the effect on Kyle's life. Second deceiver, Holden Novak. Holden Novak might undoubtedly have an impact on Nate and Audra's potential split. Despite Audra's claims that her passionate past with Holden was only a passing affair, he has been encouraging to her. Nate may soon learn that Audra and Holden's connection was more intense than they have acknowledged, but it is clear that Holden still harbors deep affections for Audra and longs for a reconciliation. If Holden discloses their actual past, Audra may be dissatisfied and her prospects of preserving her connection with Nate may be compromised. Holden, meantime, might decide it's time to give Audra his whole attention. He might put in a lot of effort to battle for the opportunity to see her again after the truth is out. Third deceiver, Victor Newman. Victor typically gets away with lying, but with Claire, that may not be the case. When Victor's most recent scheme is exposed, trouble could be on the horizon. Claire will undoubtedly be unhappy because he recruited Audra to meddle in her romantic life after he had promised not to. Claire will eventually expose Victor's dishonesty and confront him about his dishonest behavior, regardless of whether his plan is successful. It would be interesting to observe how long Claire takes to get over this betrayal because it could badly harm her relationship with Victor. Because her entire life was a lie until the truth about her birth was discovered, Claire has already experienced enough deceit. Nick Newman is the fourth deceiver. Nick Newman still maintains that he and Sharon Newman will never be romantically reconciled. He appears happy with their friendship and co-parenting arrangement, based on what we've learned. But Nick may be lying to himself about what he really desires. Or might he finally decide that he wants a future with Sharon that involves a new passionate stage? After their journey to London, keep a watch out for any noteworthy developments surrounding Sharon, as Nick still has the chance to make a big surprise.